don't come at my neck for saying this, but I feel like I'm not considered light-skinned because I don't have the light-skinned curly pretty hair. I have 4C hair. I'm pretty. I'm definitely light, but I don't feel like people on the streets would be like, oh, she's light-skinned. I don't know.
Before I even get into this video and respond to what she said, I would first like to point something out. So I've spoken in the past about how there's two different ways to be mixed, right? You can either be mixed over the first generation, like you have a white parent and a black parent, or you could be multi-generationally mixed, right? So somebody like Steph Curry doesn't have a white parent and a black parent. Instead, he has two mixed parents, right? So he's mixed just like somebody who is first generation mixed, like Zendaya, right? But you know, they're mixed in different ways. So these people have a lot in common, absolutely, but they also have some differences, because I'm telling you, watching this woman's video, I can tell with 100% confidence that she has a white parent and a black parent. I can tell that she is not multi-generationally mixed. Like, it's very obvious that she has a white parent, okay? But anyway, let's actually get into what was said in this video. So she makes this statement that she does not feel like she is identified as being light-skinned because of her kinkier hair texture, right? So she points out the fact that lighter-skinned people are associated with having a looser hair texture, but she does not have that. Now, I'm sure we all know what she's talking about, and I'll be the one to say it because, you know, a lot of y'all just out here living in cuckoo land, but I will say it, right? People with lighter skin do tend to have looser hair textures because lighter skin comes from significant white admixture, and so does a looser hair texture. That just is what it is. Y'all finna be mad, but oh well, whatever, right? But these two things are not always seen together. There are lighter skinned people with kinkier hair. There are some darker skinned people with looser hair, right? And I'm confused because I personally have a friend who is darker skinned and she has a looser hair texture. Okay, now first of all, let me point out that loose hair texture did come from non-black admixture. Before y'all be like, well, she dark skinned with loose hair, so that means so and so and so. No, let me tell you right now, because she is Trinidadian. Her grandma is from India. That's why she has a looser hair texture. That did not come from blackness. Okay, so again, I'm just pointing it out because y'all finna be commenting, oh well, I'm full black and I'm so and so. So no, that gene did not come from blackness. Okay. Anyway. My question is, okay, she darker skinned with a looser hair texture. So does she not get treated like a dark skinned person? Does the hair texture cancel the skin color out on her? No. So why would you having a kinkier hair texture cancel out the fact that you light skin? Like, that doesn't even make sense. As somebody who has darker skin and a kinkier hair texture, honestly, I would go so far as to say that skin color is a bigger determiner of how you're treated than hair texture is. I would go so far as to say that. Now, in no way am I downplaying hair texture discrimination. Like I said, I have kinky hair. I'm well aware that hair texture discrimination exists. I am affected by it, etc., right? But I truly believe, and y'all comment, let me know if you agree, if you disagree, whatever. I truly believe that somebody with lighter skin and kinkier hair is going to be treated better than somebody with darker skin and looser hair, because I really feel like, based off society, darker skin, or, you know, skin color in general, whatever, kind of trumps hair texture. Now, I'm not even going to get into her wording where she said, I don't have the light skin, curly, pretty hair. I'm not even going to get into that because I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt and assume that she was saying that from the perspective of, like, you know, like, not that she actually thinks that, but she's quoting what other people say about that hair texture or whatever, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and skip past that, and I'm going to again get back to my point where I can tell from the way that she carries herself and the way that she talks that she has a white parent. Like I said, it's very easy to tell that she is not multi-generationally mixed. She is first generation mixed, right? So she's talking about, yeah, if I walk down the street, people wouldn't identify me as light skinned. What street you walking down where that's the case? Because there's no way you walking down those streets in the black community and people would not consider you light skinned. Because girl, you're white skin. You're not even light skin. Your skin is white, right? So I'm led to believe, because again, I can tell she has a white parent. I'm led to believe she must be in white communities conducting this research, right? Where in white communities, yeah, maybe they see the nappy hair and they're like, oh, that's just a coon, whatever. I don't know, right? But again, maybe she has different experiences, because it's very obvious to tell that she is very, very Caucasian coded. So I would not be like surprised to hear that she grew up around all white people, yada, 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 so and so and so. I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of times non-black people don't understand what black people are saying. So they take our terms and they use them wrong and attempt to change the meaning of them, right? In fact, let me give y'all an example of a video I made years ago. And if I still have it posted, because I deleted a lot of videos, I'll put the link to it up here, right? But I was talking about a biracial woman who lived in Germany. And she posted a video talking about, yeah, I want to be the dark skin representation that Germany needs, so and so and so, right? So all the black people were taken aback because this woman was not dark skinned, okay? She was biracial and she was a very light color. Like, if I remember correctly, she was a little bit darker than the woman in this video I'm currently responding to, because the woman in this video is like white skinned, right? So the biracial woman, in the Germany video, she was like, like a yellow color or a little lighter or whatever, right? But my point is she was not dark skinned by any means. So dark skinned people were commenting like, girl, you're not dark skinned. What are you saying? And she responded like, oh, in Germany, I'm called dark skinned, which to be fair, I mean, Germany is full of white people. So yeah, I guess they will be calling you dark skinned, right? But the issue with that is the fact that black people are the ones who came up with these terms, right? So dark skin means what we say it means, not what German people say it means. You're not dark skinned, right? And I'm bringing that up because the woman in this video is talking about, yeah, I wouldn't be considered light skinned. To who? Because to black people, the ones who came up with the term, you're definitely light skinned. But I guess to white people, yeah, I guess not, right? But again, y'all don't know how to use these terms correctly. So y'all just use them wrong and attempt to change the meaning of them. Girl, don't nobody give a damn about your hair texture. You're light skinned. You're light skinned. Nothing is changing that. Like, what? Also, let me just briefly touch on one thing before I finish this video up, okay? So, again, she made that comment, oh, I don't have the light skin, curly, pretty hair, whatever. And like I said, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt on that, because I'm hoping that she was quoting other people with that. Because, people will call looser curled hair good hair, for example, right? So I'm assuming she's quoting those people and she's not actually saying that that hair type is curly and pretty as opposed to her own, right? But then she goes on and she says, yeah, like I wouldn't be considered light skinned, even though like I'm pretty and my skin is light and so and so and so. And the I'm pretty comment just didn't really fit. Now, hold up, wait, pause, because somebody is typing right now. You just jealous, you black bitter baboon bitch. You just jealous of that Wakandan queen for being confident. Anyway, okay, now let me be very clear. I do not think she's an ugly girl at all. I think she is pretty, in fact, okay? And I'm not mad at nobody for thinking they pretty, because I mean, like, come on, put yourself in my shoes. Like, you can't help but think you pretty when you meet. Be fucking for real, right? But it was the timing of the comment that made it kind of weird, because she's talking about how people don't consider her as light skinned. And then she's like, I'm pretty, but like they don't consider me light skinned. And it's like, huh? Now, am I tripping, or did that sound like just completely wrong? Like, imagine I'm sitting here and I'm talking about whatever. Say, people don't consider me to be tall, even though I'm, blank height, right? And then I go on to say, like I'm pretty, but people don't consider me to be tall. I'm sure everybody would be like, huh? What do those have to do with each other? Now, people being confused by this, this placement of the I'm pretty statement isn't them being jealous or bitter or, yeah, I'm jealous that you find yourself attractive, whatever, like I'm threatened by your confidence. That's not what it is. That's not what it is at all, right? It's the fact that what the hell does being pretty have to do with your height? Like, it was just like you threw that in there as if the two are, associated with each other. Now, you happen to be somebody who is pretty and tall, but your prettiness does not depend on your height, right? And it's the same thing here. Nobody cares that she finds herself attractive. Before y'all get the comment, you bitter black burnt roast, you was always jealous of the light-skinned girls, because they coming, Lord, right? Nobody cares about that. But it's the fact that she threw that comment in. Yeah, people don't consider me light skinned. Like, I'm pretty, but they don't consider me light skinned. It's like she's associating being light skinned with being pretty, and it definitely, it didn't sound right at all.